time when you stayed when you should have left?
I gotta go first?
Yeah.
I would say I stayed. I feel like I should have got divorced in 2016. Like, that's when I should have left.
And you got divorced in when?
I left in 2020, and the divorce was final in 2022, I think.
And you saying you should have left, what's that, 4 years?
Yeah. Like, I knew that it wasn't gonna work, but I still stayed anyway. The moment I knew that my marriage was over, it was 2016. I was pregnant. A lot of people don't know that I had another baby, but I had a son. He was born too early. He didn't survive. And after that same 10 minutes after he was born, I was in the hospital by myself. And I felt like it was like the loneliest, darkest. It was just like, in that moment I knew, I was like, oh my God, this nigga really do not care about me. And there was all the like nurses coming in. You got like a nurse come in, like a grief counselor come in, and like everybody's just kind of like looking around, and they pity you because you're by yourself and you just lost your baby. And I was just like, I felt like shit, like, so it's like you grieving two things at the same time, like the loss of a child, and then like, damn, this nigga really don't care about me, that he left me in this hospital to go to work. Yeah, that I knew it like in that moment, and I still stayed, mainly because after that, I kind of like fell into like a deep depression for probably like 2 years. So it wasn't, I couldn't do nothing even if I wanted to. But once I kind of got out of it and worked myself through it, then I left.
Was that the reason? Was that the reason you decided like, hey, I gotta get out of here? Did that kick it off?
That's what kicked it off. Yeah, it was a lot of things that happened, but it was that said, oh, like little things that happen here and there. I'm like, damn. But that one was like, oh, boom. And then after that, it was just like a continuation of things that still happened. So it was just like, you don't even have grace for me in this season of depression that I'm going through. Like, you still have no grace for me, even though, you know, I just lost a baby, or we just lost a baby. There was just no grace for me. But I still stayed when I should have left. Like I said, I wasn't even mentally strong enough to leave yet. So it takes time, and of course you can't just leave. You gotta like plan. Like, I had to plan. I always say I had to plan my escape, but I really did. There's no other way around it. So yeah, I should have left in 2016, but I wasn't ready.
Well, it looked like you could have just looked at it like, at that moment you left mentally, but as though you have to have a plan and to do all that. It probably wouldn't have worked out for you if you'd have just left right there. So maybe you left at the right time and not when you should have.
Yeah, I can say I still wouldn't even say I left in 2016, because we were still trying to Like I think that was the first time I verbally said, I'm not happy. I think we should do something about this. I think we talked about like counseling. We only went like once. So we were still like trying to do something. And I think like even then, like he wanted to have another baby even after that. But you know what just happened with that. So it's just like, yeah, I don't think I left again for real in my mind until like 2018. 2018, I was a pure bitch. Like I was back mentally. I knew you don't really fuck with me like that. I was in therapy. I was getting myself together. I was getting my plan together. So from 2018 to 2020, it was shit you could tell me. It's like the rose-colored glasses was off. The naive girl was gone. Like I have like fully matured. My frontal lobe had actually fully matured then. And I saw what I was actually dealing with. Many of the years I didn't even know what I was dealing with. So I didn't truly see it until 2016. I didn't fully accept it until 2018. And then 2020, I was gone. And it happened right before we went into lockdown for COVID. So I just know that was just God, because if I would have stayed and been locked down,
you wouldn't have never left. You don't think?
No, I knew that I was still leaving regardless. Like my mind was already set up, but I just know that it would have just been more, because we wouldn't have anywhere to go. So it would have been him trying to just manipulate me more to stay, even though I knew I wanted to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't ever want to be locked in with somebody like that. You need your space.
That's tough. What do you say to the person that's trying to get out of that? Do you tell them would you tell them how to get out of that? They can't leave because they're not financially ready, but they mentally are. What should they do?
I would say you gotta have a plan. So don't just up one day and just leave. Like, save your money, plan it out. I don't even, like, a lot of times I don't even know. I keep saying I don't know, but I know it was God. But like, just to leave, I don't even know how I was able to do it, because I was paying for rent at the house we lived in, and I was still able to pay for rent at the apartment, because I had the apartment for a month before I even moved in, because I was going to like slowly move my stuff there. So I paid for the rent at the house we lived in and at my apartment for 2 months. I wasn't making like money like that. I don't know where the money I don't know, like, it still blows my mind, but it worked out. Like little research programs, in your area, like rental assistance, like whatever resources you have, like really do your research.
So basically, you tell them to research the whatever they can find to help them far as like housing or
Any housing, any food stamp, whatever the government or any program gonna give you, take it until you can get on your feet.
That's what's up. Hell yeah, that sounds like a good plan. It worked.
Bruh, it worked. And don't tell the person what you are thinking. Just, you can listen to them all day. Oh yeah, you wanna do but in your mind, you know, not doing none of that shit. I'll be out of here next month. So,
what's the definition of trauma bond?
I think a trauma bond is when two people connect over a traumatic event, and that's what bonds them together in the relationship. Have you ever had a trauma bond?
Yeah. Yeah.